Okay, here's one for you. This person asks, can you explain how to find a vanishing point / eye level in an ambiguous landscape without buildings? Well, let's look for some vanishing points. Okay, it might be helpful for you if you pause this video and go to video 237, the horizon line, because that explains how to find a horizon line, which is your eye level. But let's address this specific question. Now, the eye level and the vanishing point are two different things. Your eye level is just that. It's the level at which you see things. So if you're standing up, your eye level is at what range you see things straight ahead and around you, sort of like that. And that's also called the horizon line. It's kind of a misnomer because we understand the horizon to be where the earth meets the sky, or where we think we see the earth meeting the sky. So that gets confusing to people when we're talking about now a horizon line that might not be related to where the earth meets the sky. But remember, wherever you are, your eye level, horizon line, and eye level are the same thing. Now, let me point out something else that's very important to this question. If you are lower down, if you're sitting down and lower down, your eye level changes. If you're higher up, your eye level changes. Now, what does not change? Suppose wherever you are, wherever your eye level is, you're looking down. Your eye level doesn't change. Your point of view changes. So you're seeing things underneath your eye level. If you're looking up, your point of view changes, but your eye level doesn't change. So you're seeing above your eye level. So that is fun. A lot of people find that confusing, but it's just a matter of you're paying attention to how you're looking. What is your viewpoint? What is your point of view? Are you looking down? Are you looking up? Are you looking straight ahead? Looking to the side? Where are you looking? What is your position of looking? Now, I'm going to take you through a few photographs and show you how you can locate that, because without a horizon line or an eye level, you don't have a vanishing point. So they're not the same thing. The vanishing point we talk about in perspective appears on the horizon line. The vanishing point appears on your eye level. And sometimes there might be more than one vanishing point, depending on what you're looking, your viewpoint. What are you looking at? Okay, so I'm going to move now to some photographs. The request was for an ambiguous photograph or an ambiguous scene, an ambiguous landscape. I think the person meant by ambiguous, it doesn't have buildings in it, because when we have buildings in it, it's so easy to find the horizon line and the vanishing points. So a lot of scenes you're looking at will have clues in them. So let me show you how you can find. First off, I show you how you can find the eye level if you can't find it by just paying attention to where you're looking ahead. So I have this, and let me just show you. If you can look at a scene and you find areas that are aligned, or if you find lines that are connected, like this. This seems to be a continuous line. This seems to be a continuous line. These are aligned on this edge, so this is a continuous line. You also have a continuous line back there. So you got to take your attention off what it is and look for a continuous line to see. You only need to find two. So let's see, here's a continuous line right here. All right, so if we just put a little straight edge right here on that continuous line and line it up as close as we can. Now if we take just a marker of some sort, you don't have to be careful where we end it. Just make a line there. You can do this exercise. I recommend that you do this exercise. Print out some photographs of landscapes and do this exercise. It can help you find them in the photograph. Perhaps that will make it easier for you to find when you're out in plain air. Now that's one line. You only need one more. And so let's say we could take this one. This one I'm going to take because it's easier to see. So we could say, all right, I'm going to put the straight edge in alignment with the edge of these trees, how they are aligned. So we can just do it like that and draw another line. Draw as far out as you want to, it doesn't matter. where they intersect is your horizon line. That's right here. Oh, I got confused with that one. Yeah, you got to be careful about that. Right there, that's your horizon line. That is your viewpoint. All right, now let's just align that straight edge with the viewpoint. And be sure it's well aligned. And we'll make a really thick line. This is it. Oops, made that a little bit too large right there. It doesn't matter. That's it. That's the line we're looking for. And that's where you're going to find all your vanishing points. In this case, we have a single vanishing point right here. That if we were looking over here, if we were shifted just a little bit, we might find another vanishing point over here. Sometimes you might see one, sometimes you might see two, sometimes you might not see any at all. Now I'm going to go to another photograph. Now that I have shown you how to find the horizon line with that photograph, perhaps it will be a little easier for you to kind of follow me here with this one. Now, this wonderful thing happens whenever you're looking into any scene, and we've got angles that go in all directions in all kinds of scenes. If you see a place at which all those angles are straight, like about right in here. Now we're not looking necessarily at the river or the water. We're not necessarily looking at the trees. We're trying to find their edges where they are relatively straight. And we see a light coming through right there. So right in here, right in there, where all those edges are aligned horizontally, no matter what you know the edge is doing. It may be you may be looking at an edge that you see angling down, might be you're looking at another one that you see angling up. Doesn't matter what you see them or know that they're doing. If you see them horizontal, that is your eye level. That is your horizon line. Now, in this particular one, is there a vanishing point? You need to see parallel lines angling, or relatively parallel lines angling, to find a vanishing point. Well, we might just align the tops of these trees and find that those lines intersect about right in here, and that ends up being that vanishing point. Okay, let's take another look now. So I hope you're getting this. Your eye level is the horizon line. The vanishing point is where two edges angled. Those edges could be things that are aligned with each other, or it could be a single line, like the side of edge of a road. If you imagine that you are looking down a road, we'll see something like that shortly. Those are lines. We think of them as lines that will be many times they are parallel with each other. But what about this one? And this one, what are we doing now? Now that we have talked about the horizon line, I said when you're looking straight ahead, are you looking straight ahead? Are you looking down? Are you looking up? In this particular photograph, you're looking down. Now that you perceive yourself. You ask yourself, am I looking down? Am I looking up? Am I looking straight ahead? If you can see the tops of trees like you see here, you're looking down. So the camera is somewhere up here and looking down. We don't have the horizon line showing here. In that case, if the camera is up here looking down, then if the camera would be looking straight ahead, the horizon line is going to be up here somewhere, because that is the viewpoint. If the camera is looking straight ahead, the camera becomes our eye level. The horizon line is up here. You don't have a vanishing point. So you're not always going to have a vanishing point. Okay, let's take that one away. We'll just go through a few others. Now here's one that might throw you off just a little bit. So we'll just put this one right here. Okay, sometimes we make the mistake of getting caught up in what it is and we can't see the structure of it. So what are we looking for there? If we are looking for the horizon line, how can we tell? Are we looking straight ahead? Are we looking down? Are we looking up? Okay, here's a clue. Look at the images and see. Can you see the tops of the image? Can you see the bottoms of the image? And here we can see more of the bottoms of the image, and then here we can see maybe more of the tops of the image. So that tells us that we're looking right through here somewhere as our vanishing point. You ask yourself those questions. All right, let's look now. Do we have the feeling of images being aligned? These trees are planted pretty much in a row, and so we have just a feeling here of an edge, and so we can do that. We can align our straight edge sort of with that edge. Okay, and we see, all right, so if we have an edge that's angled like that, then we can pretty much know that somewhere over here, if it's angled up, we can pretty much tell that somewhere over here or over here we're going to have a vanishing point. But where is that other edge? So we have here our clue. These are the tops of the trees. So if we can find some alignment with the tops of those trees, then we find that the vanishing point, these are going to intersect. Let's pull this line up like that. There is our eye level right there, and our vanishing point is right there. It's one vanishing point right there. So I'm going to show you now something that is a little bit more obvious. All right, now here's one. So maybe I've given you enough clues already so that you could do this exercise for yourself. All you're looking for is where you are. Where are you? If you're looking straight ahead, if you can see the tops of things, like we can see the tops of these rocks, then you know that you're looking down. Don't pay attention to where this guy is. He's not where you are. So if you can see the tops of things, you sort of know that that is underneath your eye level. In other words, if you tilt your head down, you're going to see the tops of things. That means you are up here. You're looking. Your point of view is up here somewhere. If you can see the bottoms of things, like we begin to see as these trees go up a little, you can see if you can see the bottoms of things, that's above your eye level. So when you can see the tops of things, this is one clue. When you see the tops of things, you know that that is below your eye level. That is not your eye level. It's below your eye level. If you can see the underneath of things, then that is above your eye level. So your eye level is somewhere in between there, and sometimes that will be the only clue you have. So you just have to settle for that, and sometimes there might be a vanishing point there, and sometimes it might not be there. But we do have a little guide in this one, in that we have a stream. Now when you have a stream, and if it's moving away from you, now if the stream's moving parallel to you, it's not much help in finding that, whether you have a vanishing point or not. But if the stream is moving away from you, and the edges, if the stream's not all wobbly, and the edges are pretty, kind of parallel with each other, that's a clue. Now you see that right here. See that tilt? Pay attention to those tilts and the degree of that tilt. All right, that is tilting up. That means that is above your eye level. If the angle is tilting up, it's above your eye level. If the angle is tilting down, that I'm talking about a line that's moving away from you. If it's tilting down, it's below your eye level. Okay, now let's see. Can we see the other side of that stream? It's very, very narrow, but let's see here. Oh, a good way to do that is just to kind of go up like this. Kind of move up and see, do we find an area that is pretty much horizontal. Let's look at this edge right here. Do we find an area that is pretty much right in there? Let's keep going up, about right in there. Now this is the point, or this is a guess. That's a point at which you begin to see the tops of things. Here you're beginning to see the bottoms of things. So right in there is your vanishing point. So I hope that little exercise gives you enough clues so that you can find, first of all, your eye level, and ask yourself the question, at your eye level, is what you're seeing below your eye level or above it. If it's below, if you're looking on the ground at something, you will not have a vanishing point because you won't be able to see your eye level or the horizon line. If you're looking totally above your eye level, suppose you're looking at the tops of trees and clouds and stuff like that, you won't have a vanishing point there either because that's above your eye level. So the main thing is for you to be able to perceive where you are, where your viewpoint is. Are you looking straight ahead? Are you looking down? And if you're looking down, to what degree are you looking down? Are you looking up? And so what degree you're looking up, you can tell that by how much of the tops of things you see. If you see all of the top surface of things, you're looking way down. If you see all the bottom surfaces of things underneath, then you're looking way up. So a lot of things you just have to depend upon your own perception of how you see things in order to find that eye level and that vanishing point, if indeed it's there. Be sure to view all of our quick tips. And while you're doing so, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell so you'll always get a notice when we produce a new quick tip, which is every week. And if you have a question, leave it in the comments section and we'll make a quick tip for you. Also, take a trip over to dyingminds.com where I have full-length lessons, downloads, DVDs, lots of other stuff there, some free stuff for you. And while you're there, you can subscribe to the newsletter, and that way you'll always be informed every time we do something new.